Ladies and gentlemen of Instagram, the podcast world, or YouTube, thank you for tuning in wherever you are. It's another great day here on the Golden Coast, and it is the Den FM rolling in for another episode. Today we've got Bree Masters tuning in, going to run us through her life with life on the beach, and should be with us any second now. Here she is.
Hello, how are you?
How you going?
Good. How are you?
Top of the world. Had an absolute pearler of a day here. Sister's come over from WA, so I'm just pretty much selling her the Gold Coast dream.
Yeah. Are you from WA or does she live there?
Yeah. Over from WA. So just trying to get the family over here now. So every time they come over, I'm just really trying to sell them the dream.
Yeah.
You know how. What's been going on in your world?
Not a whole lot. Obviously, just came back from holidays, so just got back into my second semester at uni and then back into training. So things have been pretty cruisy, but
must have been hard coming back from Bali.
Yeah, no, it was. It was good though. Like I had 2 weeks over there, which was definitely enough. Good little break, reset, and I was kind of ready to get back into routine again. So I definitely think you need that break before starting again. Yeah,
for sure. That's probably one of the biggest things I admire about the beach world is like you guys have a structure, so you have something to look forward to with an off season, so you can kind of go away and just have a good old break. Whereas like,
sorry, this is Lola.
Yeah. Oh, hey there, buddy.
She just wanted to come say hello. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I definitely need a break from racing.
Yeah.
Have a good off season before I start again. Like my body can't help.
I think I read somewhere or like saw a video or something, and you'd done like 28. What was it, like 48 weeks straight or something? Is that right?
I can't remember, but it was 43 maybe.
43 weeks straight.
Yeah, so from pre-season, because we had Worlds at the end of last season too. Start of last season, so we had to start training pretty early for that, and then obviously hold out to Aussie. So this season's going to be a big one as well.
All right, what's in store?
Yeah. Well, to start off with, I'd like to make the Australian team that's going to South Africa at the end of the year. So that's one of my goals.
Is that that'll September? Is that the September comp?
Yeah, September, October. So I'm hoping to be selected in that one. That would be amazing. And then not really sure what's going on with the surf season at the moment. The carnivals haven't really been released, so I'm not really sure what we're doing. And then obviously you got States and Aussies. And then I'd love to throw in some gift races in there as well, because I really enjoyed Stawell. So
yeah. Hooked now, eh?
Yeah,
we'll touch on that later. Maybe you can kind of contextualize it a bit with, like, for the people that are tuning in from my audience, you could probably give them a bit of context into who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a sprinter. I'm just a beach sprinter, and I've been doing that since I was 6 years old. So I do surf lifesaving, I do beach sprinting and beach flags, and I've recently just tried grass sprinting, which is the gift racing, which is handicap racing, and that has been so much fun. I'm originally from Sydney and Cronulla, but I moved up to the Gold Coast for my training and to join a team and a coach. So that's
how old were you when you moved up?
I was 17 or 18.
All right. So this is kind of the big time up here. Is that why you moved up?
Yeah, I guess it's like the hub of surf lifesaving. It's where everyone is. At the time, Melissa Howard, or Melissa Krakoff-Wilson now, was up here, and she was one of my idols and kind of pushing me to come up. So I was like, oh, well, I'll go train with the best of the best. And then you have Ryan Hoffman, who was a great coach. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that if I want to get better in this sport. And it's definitely helped me.
Yeah, it's like, it's literally life on the Gold Coast here, especially coming over from WA, where I was kind of, I don't know if I was out of the scene or it's just not as big there, but here it's literally like surf clubs every 100 meters along the beach, and the surf carnivals just pump with crew. There's heaps of crowds, and the atmosphere is electric. It's insane. Yeah,
I guess you don't get really much of a winter here, so everyone sort of comes over to train here because it's so warm, and the beaches are amazing. And I guess there is a lot of surf clubs over in WA, but it's just so hard for them to come and join us or us to go and join them because it's actually just so far. But you get to see a lot of them at Aussies, so that's good.
Yeah, I feel like Queensland's definitely the hub. So if you kind of want to make a career, then this is where you need to be. Is that kind of what you have to do if you want to make a career, like making that transition from juniors, where it's just kind of like more the participation kind of role, or is it even participation in juniors, or is it still as serious? And then how do you kind of transition into the senior ranks if you're wanting to look down that kind of route?
You start in nippers at like 6 years old, and that's the youngest you can do it. Maybe it's a little bit younger. I started at 6, and then I just did it for fun. My parents just put me in to raise my surf skills and surf awareness, which I definitely think is a good idea for every kid, especially living in Australia.
Even on the beach?
Pardon?
Even though you're swimming the whole time.
I did swimming and like board paddling and all that all the way through nippers, and I hated it, and I loved all the beach events. So I guess it's so competitive within the sport that you really need to choose which way you're going to go, because there's no way that you can be the best at beach and water because they're just so different. And at the time I did like little athletics and everything, and I just really liked running a lot better. So that's kind of what I did. I was super scared of the water. It was really cold and I hated it at nippers. So I don't know, it just excited me. But I guess when you get to that end of nippers, like 14s, things start to change, and it depends what sports you want to keep doing, or like if you've lost interest and whatnot. And it's really hard to keep kids in the sport and to grow them into seniors these days. But I mean, the talent in the younger age groups is definitely getting way more competitive and amazing. Like the Junior Aussies this year is incredible. So there's a lot of great up and comers, and for them to have the chance to also come up and compete in opens against the older guys is great. And I've seen so many young people come up and like race against me, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to watch out for them. But yeah, no, it is good. It is growing, but you definitely don't need to move to better yourself. I think that was just like a life choice for me at the time. There's so many great clubs all around Australia now, and the beach, especially the beach groups, are definitely growing. There's a heap in Sydney and WA and here, so there's plenty to choose from, but you just got to sort of commit to it and train hard, I guess.
And what's like a typical week look like then when you, for someone that races on the beach? Because I know like you guys do a heap of work on the track, is that right?
Yeah, so we don't actually run that much on the beach. Last season I did all grass training. So I did Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays at the grass, and then towards the end of the season we changed our Friday session to the beach just to get that feeling for it. And then Thursdays and Fridays is just flag specific on the beach. So yeah, just working on our speed on the grass is key, and then just knowing how to transition over to sand. And
are you in the gym as well? Is there gym sessions as well?
Yeah, so I'm an active strength co with Matt Powell, and he runs my gym program, and I'm there twice a week at the moment. Oh my God, I'm so sore. I went back on Monday and I literally can't walk. It's so embarrassing. You lose your strength so quickly, but I guess you've got to have an off season to rebuild. But so I do 2 gym sessions. Pre-season. Yeah, we'll go with pre-season. It's 1 week into pre-season. But so like all power work for me in the gym.
All year round it's power?
Pretty much, just power and speed and agility. Yeah. So
you're putting a few sessions in the bank then over the course of the week?
Definitely. There's a lot of training goes into it. A lot of people are like, oh, you're a beachy. That's easy. And I was like,
debatable.
Yeah,
so how do you make it work
I give it to the water competitors. I mean, they've got how many things to train for? Plus they want to add in the sup. So I'm like, wow, how are they going to fit all that in? Like, they're actually incredible as how they train for it all. But
so for people that are like wanting to kind of transition into the senior ranks, but they can't really see a career in it, how have you made it work with your lifestyle then?
Not really sure.
Because you're still getting all your sessions in.
Yeah. I guess as a beach athlete, it's not too much to commit to. Sprinting, you don't really need to do like 3 sessions a day. It's mainly just like 1 or 2. And we do them in the arvos at night. So I can still have my whole day to work, or I go to uni. So it's actually quite manageable at the moment. I managed to tackle uni, sport, traveling and work all last semester quite well. So I was quite surprised with that. Yeah. But it's not too hard.
So you kind of train in the morning and then like head to work or uni in the day, and then another session in the arvo.
Yeah, at the moment it's been depending on my uni schedule. So sometimes I'll have a class in the nighttime and I won't be able to make it to the afternoon session. So I'll go and do the morning session and then go and do work, and then and I work from home now, so that's really good for me. Helped out a lot.
Ooh. Oh, what are you doing at home?
I'm working for an active wear company doing their social media.
Oh, so, that's unreal.
Yeah, so it's like relating to my uni degree, so it's really great to be learning stuff that I'm learning at uni and can like put it into practice and get some experience.
and you've kind of picked that up from like keeping your social media up to scratch as well then, hey?
Yeah, that's how I met them, through my social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So definitely something to keep in mind for some crew that are looking to kind of get a little side hustle going on.
Yeah.
Is that something you've always done or just picked it up as you've gone along?
My social media?
Yeah, like photography and...
Yeah, I guess I got Instagram back in the day when it first came out. And then my Instagram got hacked in like 2015, I think. Had to start from scratch. And I just really enjoyed taking pictures, even with my friends back at home before Instagram was a thing. It was just, I don't know, something I liked. And then I just kind of kept going with it. And I just love like editing photos and like playing with the colors and getting really creative. And that's how it kind of all began. And then it just kind of took off, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
nice.
no, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
It's like your pictures though are way better than mine.
Yeah, but it's kind of like coming from a creative world where like that's all you do. It's really interesting, like being exposed to like the athlete world and seeing that like you, for example, you're a beach sprinter, but you're also like running a nice Instagram page. You know, like you don't have to be a photographer to have a nice Instagram, you know. It's like it's pretty accessible for people to like get nice photos, and I don't think there's any shame in that either. Like it's pretty nice just having good photos, even if it's not for business per se. It's just like
no, I've got so many photos on my computer just for memories and everything. When I go traveling, I want to have heaps to look back on when I get older. But yeah, like most of my friends are like, oh, how do you take such nice photos? And I just have a camera and I just get anyone to take it. Like you just press the button and put a nice little filter on it.
Yeah, 100%. So talk us through it then. So you had a couple weeks off. You feeling fresh? Like it's pretty essential to just like have a bit of a break from it all, hey? And now, how long will you build for? Do you have any events in mind or?
Not just yet. So we'll just start with just the basics. There should be comps towards the end of the season, but obviously just waiting for that carnival calendar to be released. So just kind of doing what my coach gives to me. He's got it all planned out and just trusting the process, I guess. And then hopefully have a few things to look forward to soon. Yeah.
All right. Well, now here's the big question. Stawell. Talk us through it. How did it all go down there? The Stawell Gift. Is that the first time you've been down there?
Yeah. So the first gift race that I did was in Keilor in Melbourne a few months prior. And my coach was like, oh, you should go and give it a go. Like, it's pretty fun. Like, I think you might enjoy it. Why don't you go to this one? And I was like, okay, why not? There was no surf comps on that weekend. So I flew down and gave it a go. And then I ended up coming out with the win in that one. So that was exciting. And I just really liked the atmosphere. And everyone there was so lovely. And I was like, oh, this is so much fun. I was like, all right, Hobby, sign me up for Stawell. And there was a few people from our group that wanted to go. So we made a good trip out of it. And it was really great for the team. And that was my second race, and then I ended up coming away with the third. So I was like over the moon about that. My aim was to make the final. And once I did that, I was just happy to be there, and I enjoyed every moment of it.
So that was your second ever Stawell race? The one?
No, first.
Oh, what?
So yeah, my first ever gift race was at a Keilor Gift, which was just a smaller gift, but that was my first Stawell. Yeah.
So for people that don't understand, it's like this running race, but everyone kind of goes off different lengths. Is that probably the best way to describe it?
Yeah, so it's based off your times. It's based off your your running times, and there's adjudicators that like space you out, and it's all staggered.
So is that how they work out how far it is? If you've submitted a certain time, then you're here, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, and has that kind of triggered a spark in you to maybe like explore track kind of endeavors as well, or it's probably always been in the back of your mind?
Yeah, I did little athletics when I was a kid, and I did all like the school events and everything, and I enjoyed them. But I guess it got to a point where surf club and athletics were clashing every weekend, and I just kind of chose clubbies over it because I liked the beach better rather than running around at the track. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it, but there's a lot on my plate at the moment, so trying to do too much might not work. So it's not to say that I might go like try a little track race or something and see if that's...
certainly a nicer environment to hang out at the beach, that's for sure.
Yeah, go for a swim when it gets hot.
All right. So how so you're doing like little athletics as a kid, and you kind of just it's like this situation where like all the parents are just taking their little kids down there, and it's kind of social. When does it get to the point like, all right, hang on, no, Bree's actually pretty good, and we should probably take this a bit more serious?
I don't know.
Or were you a star? Like, did you stand out as a junior, or did you kind of just keep chipping away and then just kind of
Well, when I was a kid, all I had my focus on really was dancing. I went to a performing arts school. It's probably something that people don't really know about me. Growing up, I was heavily into dancing. I went to performing arts school and just wanted to become a full-time dancer. So running was kind of like my side sport. And then all throughout Nippers, I wasn't very great at all. I was just giving it a go. If you look back on like videos of me, I used to start with the same arm as leg, and I was just like, wow. But then
they're good memories though.
Yeah. When I hit 13, I went to the Australian titles in Perth, and I competed up in the 15s, and I ended up winning that. And I'm the youngest person ever in Australian history to win a Australian title on the beach. So I thought that was pretty epic. And then that was kind of like my moment for me to be like, oh, I like this. I'm enjoying this. So yeah, I don't know. It's my kind of put more focus into it. Pardon? We should do this again. Yeah. And then I started to make Australian teams, youth teams, and I really, really enjoyed going away and representing my country. And then I won, I think it was like 4 Australian sprint titles in a row when I was younger. So I was quite like a natural runner when I was younger. And then I got to 17 and I got really bad appendicitis, and that really rocked my health a bit. And I lost a lot of muscle because of it. I had it quite badly. So I had to kind of rebuild from there. And that's when things got a bit rocky, and I just wasn't even making finals or anything like that. I fell out of love with dancing. And then that's when I decided to move here. Yeah.
The dancing wound up at 17, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when I decided to move here, and then ever since then, it's been, I think, 7 years now I've been here.
Fire out. I bet you that's
yeah, I know, and I love it here. I'll definitely stay here. But yeah, that was my moment to be like, nah, I want to get better at this. I want to keep doing this, and that's why I moved up here. And it's been a slow process. There were so many years where I just didn't see any results, and it was so hard to stay motivated. But once you start seeing those results again, it's very rewarding.
Yeah, I reckon that's huge, hey? Because like when you're 17, if you're not getting results, and it's kind of that age where like a few people around you are kind of making the jump up and doing really well. Like you said, at Aussies, a couple of the younger people jumping up into the seniors and doing quite well. It's so easy to like look around and compare yourself and be like, oh, that's where I should be, and like it be disheartening. But I think it's pretty cool that you've touched on like you just kept on being consistent. Do you think that's why you've been successful the last like few years? Is that like probably one of the key almost like factors in terms of like mental game?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think you need to remember how, like, why you do it and why you love it. I mean, I really enjoy the sport and the people that I do it with. I enjoy going to training to see my friends and have quality banter and train hard together and stay fit. And I think that's just really my underlying factor to stay motivated. And then, yeah, the results just come and it's just all worth it. And then you decide, this is sick. Let's do it again. Yeah. But yeah, I just think consistency and training and staying motivated is the key, and having good people around you to support you is good.
Absolutely huge. And recovery, hey? And the crew down there at the recovery studio.
That's how I met you.
Yeah, P3.
I wouldn't know you if it wasn't for that place.
Big shout out to the P3 crew for hooking us all up with ice baths, etc.
Yeah.
Huge for staying consistent. At least for me anyway. I feel like a broken man if I don't go there.
I know. How have you been there lately?
Yeah, I've been there quite a bit. Like, I don't know.
I started going back, so I'll probably see you soon.
Yeah. It's like, it's a bit of a social scene down there. Like, I've been seeing the boys, Kieran and Murdoch, nearly every time.
Yeah, and, always talking to them.
Yeah, and like, I even headed out for a round of golf with Brett the other day.
Oh, I haven't seen Brett since before Stawell.
Yeah.
He's my favourite person to see when I go in there. He's always full of life.
Yeah, he'll be keen to have a chat about the race, I'm sure.
Yeah, he sent me a video of it on the TV.
Did he?
Yeah. He gets around it.
Champ. Yeah. All right, so what's on the, what's like still on the goals list then? You've ticked off like national champ, what else did you get this year? Pretty big year. Like, what more is there to look forward to? Is there anything else that you haven't achieved or you want to achieve again?
Yeah. Well, this year at Aussies, I got a gold in the sprint, a gold in the relay, and no one's ever done the triple before. So I was like, let's make that a goal.
Yeah.
Try and go one better next year at Aussies. But I'd love to get a flags Australian title under my belt now. That would be cool. So I'll put that one on the list. I'd also like to represent my country at the world titles. So I think it's in Italy in 2020.
Wait, that's 2 years, hey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, next year. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, next year. Yeah. Oh, my God, I'm losing track of time. Yeah, so I'd like to do that. And yeah, I don't know. I just want to keep ticking goals, I guess. Just keep trying to go one better than I did the year before. And just keep enjoying it.
So epic. Absolutely inspirational. Anything else you want to add before we sign off for the night, Bree?
No, that's pretty much it. Covered it all.
Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good little episode here. Thanks for your insight and jumping on the live.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. I'll see you down at P3 soon.
Bye.
Thanks, Bree. Bree Masters, the beach sprint master. Absolute gem and awesome to kind of diversify it a bit. We've had a couple of creatives on the line, so it's been sweet bringing a few athletes in. Hopefully we can get a few more of them on the live over the next few weeks. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. We'll be back again for another episode tomorrow. We'll see you then. Peace out and have an awesome evening. Ciao.